14:3. It says, Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name.
Yahweh is a man of war. Hey, hold your peace. Yahweh is a man of war. I think you people of this world have forgotten the God of the Bible, how he is. He's a man of war.
That's right.
That's why the world is speaking about a third world's conflict. Because the Lord wants that.
Yep.
It was mentioned in Revelation 3.
I got it right here.
What's going on?
This is Revelations 11 and 14. It says the second war's past.
World War II has passed. And it's funny because the day when shit got hot, it was December 7th of this year, right? And what happened on December 7th about, what, 80 years ago?
You talking about
The attack on
Yeah,
Pearl
yeah,
Harbor
yeah.
to make the U.S. enter into the war, man. To get it popping. But it began with that. With the inferior nation that they so-called, Ammon, they did a surprise attack on their ass and fucked them up. They tried to knock the U.S. out of the war, but the Lord was like, nah, I need them to become that whore that sits on the beach.
Hey, what's the rumor now, though? Speaking of surprise attacks, the rumor now is that Russia might move in on Ukraine at the same time China move in on Taiwan. So what y'all gonna do? Not shit.
Oh, and then don't forget about they talking about power outages, but you got what? An EMP to knock out. Hey, that's in the...
America's talking about fighting a four-front war.
How can you do that?
Europe, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and
the Baltic states.
North Korea too.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna fight? How you gonna fight that many enemies?
Like we always mention now, America has the oomph. They got that military, the grade weapons and shit, but they ain't got nobody to man the goddamn weapons.
I got one on that, Art.
Go ahead, Art.
This is in Jeremiah 51 and 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes.
They remain in where the fuck they at, man. but you got embassies every fucking place and a base and all that shit. But yeah, it's funny how the Ukraine was like, man, the U.S. got to come in and help us out. And the U.S. is fucking twiddling their goddamn thumbs like, y'all would have been already over there if it was like that. Because they think they dealing with Russia in the late 80s, early 90s when it collapsed and fell apart. No, you dealing with a whole nother beast.
Man, if Ukraine joins NATO, man, Putin's gonna kill everybody.
I got an article on that.
You got the article. Was that it on this?
No more. It says, their might hath failed.
Their might has failed because the Ukrainian army, that's why they the U.S., we need you. And then Putin is telling them, like, look what they did in Afghanistan to them people. And then China said to Taiwan, they don't be trusting them either because look what they did in Afghanistan. They just left them high and dry and fled out of there. Even in Syria, as soon as the U.S. military moved out, who moved in? Russia. Yep. So because they knew. So it's all coming together beautifully.
It says, they became as women.
Oh, hey, and there's actual women in there. Yeah. And the alphabet group, right? The alphabet soup. Hey, but the Russians and the Chinese and these other nations like, nah, all men. They're like, no, you gotta get your testosterone up, fuck that. Yeah. We getting ready for war. All their nations are ready for war. The whole nation as a whole is like, chanting, like war.
And
like,
you saw their war video? They was breaking concrete blocks with their hands.
Hey, they ready, bro. They ready. And I remember Iran said they ready to either go to war as a nation or be destroyed as a nation. That's cold because the Persians of old.
Right.
What did my man Xerxes? He said, for glory's sake, for vengeance sake, war. That's what spirit is in the world.
Right.
Over here in stupid ass America, they try and get ready for fucking this Xmas and all that shit. But you don't know that war is on the
Hey, and just because it's been quiet in the popular news, don't think that Iran forgot about what we did to their generals and their nuclear fucking physicists.
Oh, and then
in 1 year though, in 1 year.
Hey,
At the beginning of the year, we killed the second command.
We didn't do
nothing.
nothing.
Trump did that. Shalakia. Then
Esau eating that.
It was very top 2020. No, it was 2020. Now at the end of 2020, they killed the nuclear physicists and
They
scientists.
said that the U.S. is gonna pay him blood.
They already said that they was at war with Israel. They came out and said they've been at war with Israel.
And
All
Israel
while
said they're gonna
Iran
make
is enriching their uranium,
Uranium.
increasing the destruction capacity of those missiles, man.
And it was just doing war games. The U.S. was just doing war games in the Persian Gulf. And what Iran say that they were about to do the same, basically. Like they were about to
Amp up their,
return, retaliate for that, man.
So we right here at the door,
At the
man.
brink.
So much shit
Hey,
going on.
and China, Iran, and Russia, they've been doing military
Joint
drills together.
For years at this point,
Yeah.
right?
And remember, Putin met with the leader over there in India.
Yeah.
But then they fucking got
They killed that
assassinated and
nigga,
shit.
yeah, hey.
But that's
Hey,
just
who
gonna
did that?
that's gonna make more sentiment for them to join forces.
That's right,
Like the
right.
brother read, they dealt not treacherously with thee, but when you cease to deal treacherously, they're gonna do treacherously
with you.
Yeah, hey, then we living in Star Wars. You had the Republic, and then you had the Separatists, and then you had those who were neutral, and the Separatists and the Republic was going all throughout the galaxy trying to get everybody on their side.
Hey, and it's funny because they was all orchestrated by one dude, that dude Palpatine.
Yeah.
And it's funny, it said they destabilize systems. That's what is going on right now. If you
What he
join
saw
in with
that.
Babylon, your ass is being destabilized. That's why a lot of these nations is looking to Russia, as the scriptures state that he's gonna be a guard unto these nations.
Hey, it's two new governments, France and Germany. They finna issue in new systems, man. You know, because they turned to where they elect new governments in to run it. Where you think they gonna go, man? They fed up with Joe Biden and the Trump administration.
Hey, that's it.
They run it right into Putin,
And
man.
before you get to that article, can a brother get where it says, raise up the spirit of the king of the Medes, and he's gonna come with an assembly of great nations to go up against Babylon. But that's what we're seeing right now. We've seen it over the last few years, even when Trump was still in office. You were seeing that happen. They linked up with Ethiopia, Libya, they linked up with Syria, they linked up with Turkey and all those parts, the North Quarters.
And you can tell the difference when these world leaders get together for these meetings. Look at how the heads of these nations greet each other. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that the tension between Biden and Putin when they meet. Putin's sitting there falling asleep while they having meetings and shit. But when Biden's meeting like the Iranian generals and stuff, they giving each other handshakes and laughing and doing all kind of shit.
Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And real quick, also going back to Star Wars, what was going on was a lot of assassinations of senators and shit.
That was against the war and shit.
Right.
I think World War I started with an assassination.
Yeah,
right?
of
Franz
the,
Ferdinand.
Franz Ferdinand, the Duke
Austria-Hungary.
of
Austria-Hungary.
Austria, I think.
Yeah,
or
something like
Hungary.
that. It might have been one country at that time.
Yeah,
Austria-Hungary.
and then how did the Germans actually attack Poland? The reason that they got that is because while that dude Hitler was the chancellor, he was taking back certain lands that was Germany's at the time. Just like
Just like
Putin is
Russia.
doing.
Yeah.
He's hey,
It's
and
building
wars
up,
right
man.
there, man. You know, go ahead.
The article.
Oh,
War-
the scriptures first and then the article.
Ezekiel, you want me to start at the top?
Go to where the assembly of great nations.
This is Ezekiel 38 and...
No. It's in Jeremiah where it says the king of the Medes. Who has that scripture?
Oh, Shlaki, bro. You talking about this one? Persia, Ethiopia?
No, that one's good too, but I want to get, he's going to raise up the spirit of the king of the Medes, which is the Russians. You know?
What is it? Jeremiah 51:11.
Hey, brother, hold that. Jeremiah 51 thing. Go ahead, king. See, brothers is linked in, you know, locked in.
Yeah.
That's it. We one organism.
I got it right here.
Go ahead,
Or unless
No, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 51:11.
Yep.
It says, "Make bright the arrows."
Woo! Now, what are those arrows?
Son,
Those nuclear weapons.
you.
They got nuclear physicists on it, and, you know, working around the clock to make it ready.
Hey, bro, through the spirit, me and my lady was out in the street yesterday, and we saw a license plate that said 8 flower 18. 18 times 8 is 144. Woo. and it said 7, right? And it said on the back of the window it said raising the arrows. And my lady was like, "What does that mean?" I was like,
Raising the arrows,
raising
man.
the arrows, bro.
Our arrows shall blot out the sun. For real. Shall we refine the shade? Yeah.
Make bright the arrows, gather the shields.
Woo! Hey, they gather the shields because when it said that is going, the brother had in Ezekiel that is going to have them with helmet and shield. When the Russians went in there with the Chinese, they gave them a missile defense system. Like, we have a missile defense system that's going to take out certain missiles, but then they got an offensive. We going to shoot things back at them. So you need a defense and an offense. It's like a shield, your defense, and it can be your offense. That's why the Lord, David said, "The Lord is my buckler and my shield." It is a defensive weapon and an offensive weapon at the same time. So when it's talking about the shield, you can go into that. Because they have protection and they can throw something back at you. That's why these nations ain't afraid. They said, "Let the weak say, I'm strong." As thou become weak as me.
That's the missile system.
That's it.
That's defensive.
God. Go ahead.
The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes.
Woo! So since Putin came in there in 1999, I think the dude that was leader of Russia before him was Gorbachev or something like that.
Gorbachev.
But you know what's funny? He was a puppet the whole time. But then the Lord was like, "No, fuck that. Get him out and let me put the real in there." Putin has been there for a long ass time, bro.
He just signed into law last year, like a thing where he could run for a term for 2 more times.
Oh,
so he
man.
ain't going nowhere.
He ain't
man.
going no
I
place.
saw
They love
The
him,
Lord
bro.
is working on this man's mind to do what he do, man.
it's a video of Putin with the Russian military at the shooting range.
Yeah, he
like
was-
he's trained and
Yeah,
shit.
that nigga cold.
Yeah, they showed him. They showed him shooting. They showed him doing jujitsu. All kind of shit.
Wasn't he wrestling the Bears?
Meanwhile, our president's getting his ass wiped by his secretary and shit because he shit on
Hey,
himself in the
not
White
our
House.
president, their president. He is fucking people's leader.
Man,
That nigga, he fly helicopters and Biden falling upstairs to get to the helicopter.
Or plane.
And that shows that in the ancient world, bro, he's a true king, bro. He's a true warrior. Because that's what they did back in the 80s. You ain't had no fucking old ass fucking Joe Biden in the office.
And that's beautiful because the Lord is lifting up his spirit, just like Cyrus the Great. Like though Darius took the city of Babylon, it was gifted to Cyrus. Like this city is taken in the name of the king, Cyrus. But Cyrus led the attack.
Yeah.
He's the one, conquering all them lands around about until they got to Babylon. And then when you go into the history, Belshazzar, his father was actually the king, but he left and went into the wilderness to worship a damn idol and left his young son there, and he was partying being a nigga. And then that's when the writing on the wall came, and that very night his ass was put to death. Because they was already laying siege to the wall.
and the beautiful thing through the spirit, we found out that same thing happened again with the
The
Hydra
Hydra.
Collider.
The Collider,
Angel
sir.
sent that message to
Angel.
Paleo Hebrew, to them scientists, which was at the call or
At
something.
the qual, yeah,
The qual.
which is tekel,
Yeah.
meaning that the Lord has pretty much weighed you in the balance through. Done, you found lack and you want it. Well,
The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes.
woo! The Lord have raised up his spirit. Can the brother get that? The Lord works on the minds of the kings. Go ahead.
For his device against Babylon
Oh, Salaki.
to destroy it.
Who? His device against Babylon to destroy it. And what is that device that's going to be used? The arrows, the missiles. Make bright the arrows so they don't get it. You know?
Everybody should know it by now, anyways. I mean, you got to consider whenever a weapon or any kind of instrument of war is made or created, it's made for a purpose and it's used. I mean, these missiles aren't being made just for show. Like Elder Mwadazak says, we're not going to be here in 100 years and they got the nukes in the museum and we sitting there looking like, man, what could have happened?
could have
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? These missiles are going to be used, every single one of them.
Hey, Akin, this is how you know it's going to be used because even back in 1961 when they had the Bay of Pigs, right? When it was like a standoff between the Russians and America with
It's
that
like
dude
that one
JFK, they thought it was going to fucking happen then. And then the dude, JFK came on the TV and he was like going over his speech, but he said if a trumpet is blown and given a certain sound, who shall prepare himself for the battle? That's in the scripture.
That's the scripture.
And he didn't even know what he was saying. He said it like, damn, like they thought it was gonna go down there, but unbeknownst to them, the prophecies had to come into play, and these nations had to get up to a technological era where they was like, they ready now.
Yep.
They ready.
Hey, just laying back and off you. In the article I pulled, that's what it's going to compare the situation to now. Is the reversal
Yeah.
of the Bay of Pigs.
Woo! It's to that point. It's the tensions is right
That's
like
that's
there.
That's how. And what did the U.S. do with Cuba? They invaded, man. You know, the Bay of Pigs was an operation that went down, man.
Yeah,
By the
and they had to
CIA.
invade because
Yep.
the Russians had control of that, and it was only like how many nautical miles from Florida?
Like
off the
50?
US. They was in their backyard, so
Yep.
they like, oh shit, we gotta do something.
Yep.
Send the jets and shit. So you thinking that Putin is
Ain't
gonna
gonna
don't
do
let you
that?
just come into his backyard and shit, and
666.
not Satan, you know?
Ooh, let's go.
Satan is, you know,
Like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
it's gonna happen. Satan is
Hey,
greedy,
speaking
you know?
of Satan,
He had to chime in. Satan had to chime in. on that
hey,
one.
Satan, Biden might get that brain chip and get an upgrade and
That's
stuff.
what I was telling the brothers. I'm like, just to get niggas to take it, they might get this nigga Biden and shit. Say he was demented. Gave nigga the brain chip.
Yeah,
You
he
know
started doing
what I'm
backflips and
saying?
shit.
Go out and get your brain chip. Man,
It says, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
it's the vengeance of Yahweh Shem Shah. All the blood that has been spilled of this people, his people, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, has been spilled in this land. The blood. And then it tells you, I believe in Numbers, the blood defileth the land. And it cannot be cleansed except by the blood of him who shed it.
Shit, this wicked motherfucker built his cities on the foundations of dead Israelites.
Bro. And then the cities that Jake built without this demon, he flooded them out. They fucking lakes and shit. And
Yep.
the cities Jake built is under the damn water, man.
Hey,
And
what's
even the ones that are still standing, these castles and all, that was built by Jake, man.
Yep. Hey, here in America, we're standing on a graveyard. Matter of fact, close to us at what is it called? Long Beach State, the university
Yeah,
in Long
yes,
Beach.
yeah.
Their basketball stadium is built right on top of a Gadite graveyard, and it's in the shape of a
I was
pyramid.
gonna say,
Yeah.
what is it? It's in the shape
It's
of
a
a pyramid.
pyramid.
And also, the 405 freeway is going over Gadite burial grounds.
Yep, they're doing construction right over there in OC area, the 405, and it's all fucking blocked off right there in the center because they found Gadite bones, man.
The whole city of Watts is a Gadite burial ground.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I can see that.
Jungle and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yep,
It
exactly.
says the vengeance of his temple.
Woo! The
Ain't no
vengeance
Gadites in Watts.
of the Lord's temple. Now, who destroyed the temple? Hey, can a brother get that in First Esdras 4 and 44? Oh yeah, the heart of the king. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is
And then that article right after. Go ahead.
this is Proverbs chapter 21 verse 1. And it reads, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
So the Lord,
Right.
Yahweh Shema Shai, wants this war to happen. He mustereth the host of the battle.
That's right.
So the Lord like, come on down.
He sealed the instructions when they was
sleep.
was catching Z's last night.
Yeah,
As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he
so the
will.
Lord gonna turn it like, nope. I want you to bring this war. There ain't no plan anymore. It's war, man. That's what's on the table, man. That's right. For glory's sake, for vengeance sake, war. Hey, man, war of the worlds, for real. Hey, cause like you said, that chariot appeared again, like sit, cut. So hey, the angel and them, they ready. Shoot, hey, we ready. We
That's
just
right.
gotta wait.
Also, too, when you look at America's history, if I'm not mistaken, every time we went to war, which has been most of the inception of the U.S. anyway, we've been at some kind of global conflict. It's always because we're in debt, you know. And look at the debt ceiling of America now. It's at the highest that it's ever been, and it's still counting. Okay, and what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of our debt is being held by China, which we're having tension with right now. You know.
Hey, and to land back off of that, a lot of these Chinese companies that own the debt is defaulting on their shit. So they
going
can't pay,
bankrupt.
they can't pay the debt that they own for us.
Right.
So what happens with that? It trickles down, man.
Hey, isn't a deadline this month or
It
something like
already
that?
passed.
It already passed.
I think they extended it though.
Oh, you talking about for America?
Yeah.
Yeah, in America it went to February, but China already defaulted on their shit, bro.
And guess who is going to trickle down on? The citizens, the people. You people who we all got birth certificates, social security cards. The debt's going to fall on you. You're a corporate slave.
Yeah.
That's all those fucking DMV fees being raised.
Yeah.
Right.
The fucking gas.
Taxes.
New ID and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, taxes.
Yeah, America is through right now because China is a mirror of the U.S.
Yep.
Because that's why I said in Moab is my wash pot over Edom.
Yep.
So it means you go into the word wash pot, it means like a boiling up or a hook in there.
An intense instrument. That's like one of the breakdowns.
Hey,
The spirit guy was just checking it out.
wait, say it again.
It's going to be an intense instrument.
An intense instrument.
Over Edom.
Over
like it
Edom.
into
and then it said Philistia, which goes into the land of the Philistines, which is our land in the Middle East. It said that the Lord gonna cast Edom out of there, and then it said the Lord gonna triumph over Edom. Then, like right there in that region, that's what it's all leading to the conflict in that region, man. It's beautiful. And then the next, I think, verse says the Lord. It said, "Who will lead me into Edom?" So the Lord gonna go up in there, man.
Yeah.
Then you have Isaiah 63. Who is this that come from Edom with dyed garments and Basra, a great slaughter, man?
What's that mean, vocab?
And what does that mean? Even my man Guzik said
Right.
the Lord
He
must
already
return when Edom is ruling. He's like, I don't think that. Then he took back his words and shit. He was right. He was on point.
Shit, if it already happened, then you just proving our point that the Lord don't love every nation.
Yeah, because he coming for Edom.
Right. Hey, that's a cut on him and shit.
Well, bring that article out.
This is an article by tapnewswire.com, and it's entitled "Russia Trouble Coming Fast."
Woo,
They
trouble.
got a picture of a nuke going on.
Trouble.
Hey, and I got another article speaking on that news, bro, just right after this. Russia Foreign Ministry relations between Russia and the West at a critical point.
Critical.
I'll go into that word if you want.
Why do you think Russia just supplied India with $6 billion worth of S-400 missile defense systems?
And you
man?
can't forget.
They're getting ready for this fucking
And
war.
they're sharing their war technology with China.
And you can't forget that Iran is like the top tier of Persia, but them Elamites, they're all Elamites, so they're getting they getting it too like that's it. And then you had the Koreas. I remember that dude, Demon King Jong-un and shit. Yeah. They were talking about peace talks about them uniting, and they go into that movie, not Red Dawn, but Olympus Has Fallen. Remember how they was already doing deals with Korea?
Yep.
And then the dude was like, United Korea, baby. That's what's gonna be.
Yep.
These nations gonna link up to go against this order, man. You see it going down, man. It's beautiful.
This is the definition for that word critical. I'm reading it again. Russia ministry relations between Russia and West at critical point. That word critical means important or essential for determining of nature of a crisis in a condition of extreme doubt or danger.
It's a crisis, extreme doubt. Woo!
Or
Now,
danger.
can the brother get that and Luke hold that with the perplexity of disgrace of nation? Do you have it, Adam? You bring it out, bro, for sure, and get the word perplexity. Go ahead, huh?
Involving judgment
Woo!
as to the truth or merit of something.
Involving judgment or truth to the merit. So the world is looking at Putin like, our Savior, almost damn near to rid us of this demon, man, of America, Babylon. But really, the Saviors is going to stand upon Mount Zion.
That's right.
Because who's really gathering these nations to come in to their formations is the men of the Lord. It said, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. You go into the banner, that's like a flag that's letting the armies know, like, take the city. It's taken. Come up,
The green light.
It's the green light, yeah.
That of having knowledge, ability, or discernment to pass judgment. And then it says it's related in a nuclear sense.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't get the memo.
you did.
Just in case, And then back in the article, Russian Foreign Ministry, if the U.S. reject the issue of security guarantees, they will be imminent deterioration of situation.
Hey,
Russia's
that's exactly what. And you know these devils, especially the higher up elites, they want this to happen. Bring in that order, right?
Yep.
That's when they take out of the banks. They take everything out because blood is about to be in the streets. That's when they take out the most money.
Divest. It's called the divest.
There you go.
the opposite
They
of
divest
invest.
because they know war is on the brink.
Yep.
And they gonna be fucking on both sides and shit.
Yep.
They think they on both sides, but really the Heavenly Father that's mustering the host of the battle. Go ahead. Oh, and then the same talk, Salakia, going back to World War II, the Japanese was over here talking to, FDR and his fucking cabinet, like the hostilities between your nation and our nation is becoming increasingly hostile.
Yep.
And then they said, peace talks useless, hostilities imminent. And boom, that's when the attack on Pearl happened.
Yep.
To knock their ass out. And they
That's
was
nice.
crippled for a time.
That's what they saying again.
And that's what Russia is saying, like, man, it's about to get increasingly hostile.
Yeah.
Man.
You people don't realize that in the last few months, the U.S. has tried to slap sanctions on all these nations that the brothers have been speaking about, empowering their nuclear arsenals, man. You people have no fucking idea what's about to befall this place.
Motherfuckers ain't got a clue, huh?
You know?
No idea, man. Go ahead. Huh?
Don't you know putting a sanction on another nation is an act of war?
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
Man, Jake is through, man.
That's like cutting off trade routes and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hold up. And then that's
That's not a light thing, man.
Hey, when you think about it, Esau put a sanction on us by saying that if you don't got proof for this job, you can't do X, Y, and Z. That's a sanction.
That's like siege warfare, right? You
Siege
some
warfare.
Yeah, that's how you. That's what you do before you attack. You know.
And what did you fucking Americans do? You bent right over.
They gave in, huh?
They alphabetical.
That's like a mini draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's about to get more and more hot. And the draft is coming for you ugly ass women too. Y'all want to be so equal. Now you can equally get a bullet in your fucking head. Or a drone strike. Or a damn robot dog will kill you. You know? Or a damn dude with an exoskeleton suit will break your shit all the way down.
Yeah, man, you really think you niggas, man, gonna really rely on a woman to help you when you get shot? She gonna drag you out of the trenches? Like, come on, man.
Or a goddamn Mo.
Yeah, or carry you on her back and lead you out like Forrest Gump. Like, it's not gonna happen, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you women are through, man.
That's right.
Oh, and then even if you don't get sent over there to do that horrible place, hell, because war is hell. Why you think that's the same? War is hell.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the confusion? And it's about to be fucking crazy.
That's right.
Fucking drones. Hey, remember at the beginning of the Terminator, like fucking droids and shit?
Yeah.
Bro, this shit is crazy.
That's right.
Chaos, man. But then, hey, war is hell. And that's what's coming. But if you here in the States or wherever you are, it's gonna be war in the streets, in these actual places. It's gonna be worse.
It's arguably worse.
For them,
Race
their
wars,
mind,
class wars,
It
food
might be
wars.
zombies.
Yeah,
Oh,
for real.
hey.
At least
I am
the
legend type
military will
shit.
feed you, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. God.